All right, I want to welcome everyone to our live Saturday morning presentation. We've got a great presentation this morning. As you can see by the opening, everyone should be able to see my screen, and it's Why Synergy, Why Now? You're seeing the artistic rendition of the new building that Synergy Worldwide is going to be moving into. It looks like they'll be moving into this building in July. They're moving Nature Sunshine, Synergy Worldwide, the corporate components of both of them, as well as the Hughes Center for Research and Innovation into this new building. They're going to occupy the first floor, and they'll occupy floors floors 4 and 5. And then as they continue to grow and expand, they have the ability to take over floors 2 and 3. And I'll be showing a picture later in today's presentation to show you the growth of Synergy Worldwide just from a building standpoint, because it emphasizes the point that we want to make to people this morning. Synergy Worldwide is a legitimate network marketing opportunity as well as a legitimate traditional business opportunity because of the way that they've structured their compensation plan, which we reviewed last week. And this is a prime time to be able to help people understand from both a product standpoint, why Synergy, why now, as well as from a business opportunity, why Synergy, why now. And as we go through this, we hope that our presentation today is going to help you understand that there are current trends here in America that makes this now the best time to be with Synergy Worldwide. And we also want you to understand how you can use our core marketing strategies to leverage these trends to significantly grow both your customer base and your network marketing business. And so in today's presentation, we have the pleasure of having Judy Feldhausen and Bob Wischmeier to be able to talk to us about some of these trends in America. And so we're going to pass this over to Judy. And Judy, if you'd like to take over and begin to help us understand this chart that you found and how that fits into some of the trends that are here in America and how our Synergy products fit into these trends.
Yes, absolutely, Dan. And as I was doing research on the market size of wellness, it just totally overwhelmed me to see these numbers, because the numbers that we are looking at are in the billions. We're not talking about hundreds of thousands or even millions, but even billions. And billion is, to me, just an overwhelming number. And if beauty and anti-aging alone is 999 billion people. And if you can think about beauty and anti-aging, that so fits into our Trulum product line. It is the fastest growing segment and the largest segment of wellness in this country. More people are in the age group of really being concerned of what they're looking like physically, and they want to look younger. The baby boomers are retiring and wanting to be well, but not only are they wanting to be well, they want to look good doing it. So the beauty industry just growing leaps and bounds. So if Trulum is something that you want to focus on in your Synergy business, know that there is a market out there that is absolutely amazing. And I was talking to a Facebook guru the other day, and we were talking about what to market on Facebook. And the belief is that beauty and anti-aging is considered low-hanging fruit because there's so many people looking for it, that if you are going to do any type of advertising, this is where you want to be, because we have the best products around on the market because they're holistic. And that's another thing people are looking for. Not so much in this graph, but if you are talking to people, big market. So it's kind of a double-edged sword in a good way that we have the product to address that. And then look at healthy eating, nutrition, and weight loss. You know, we're looking at Slim Smart, the whole microbiome product line with Purify, Fortify, and Protect. People are so into eating better and having nutritionally dense foods. It's amazing. In the last year or so, I've noticed a shift to people really doing research on gut health. I got an email the other day from someone I spoke last week in a corporate setting, and I got an email from one of the participants, and he was telling me all the books he was reading around gut health. And I was doing a heart health speech, and we talked about gut health for just a moment, but more and more people are focusing on that. I get more questions on gut health than heart health now. So when you are marketing, know that it's a huge, huge market right now, and it's not just the numbers, it's the discussions that I am having for so many people that have concerns about eating better and what nutrition they're getting. You know, the difference between GMO and non-GMO. The whole thing about gut is so, so important. The next thing we want to look at is preventive and personalized medicine and public health. And that to me is so interesting. My personal doctor, I never had a personal doctor, but I decided to get a blood test about a year ago. I hadn't had one in about 7 years. And so I chose very carefully for a personal doctor, and she was very, very, very nice, but I wanted to talk to her more about my own personal health. I wanted to talk to her about the health of her patients overall. So we had a private meeting where I introduced Preventative Plus and the microbiome, and also a device that I represent. And her response to the whole thing was, you know, it's interesting that you should bring this up right now, because I am sick and tired of medicine. In fact, I'm going to take the next few months to decide what I want to do with the rest of my life, because I can't take it anymore. And recently I got a letter from her, and she's going into concierge medicine, where she has a limited number of patients who she spends a lot of time with to look at their overall well-being and not just their disease. Preventive and personalized medicine and public health is one of the fastest growing segments of wellness today. More and more people are concerned. They're looking for alternative means rather than prescription medication. As I'm talking to people every day, more and more people are saying, I don't like the side effects of drugs. I'm afraid that my doctor doesn't have my best interest in heart, that he just wants to get me on a medication. Even my husband, who has arthritis, went for an appointment, and he had to go 4 times to go to 4 different appointments in order to get one treatment. The doctors just kept making more and more appointments to look at more and more things, when his first visit had the same outcome as the 4th visit. So people are getting tired of it, and our products of nitric oxide therapy, Preventative Plus, this new metabolic LDL, amazing such a low-cost way to reduce cholesterol. So this graph that we're looking at is such a good reason to not only join Synergy, but to increase your Synergy business. This is a perfect time to grow your business just on this segment alone. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, Dan.
Thank you, Judy, for providing that. I've got a quick question for you. The lady that's planning to go into concierge medicine, is she looking to do that with MD Square?
With, I'm sorry, you broke up right there.
MD Square?
Yes, she is.
We need to talk because I provide product for MD Square. They don't buy as much from me with regards to ProArch9 Plus, but they are huge components of utilizing ProArch9 Plus as part of getting their client base started. And then I've got a lot of clients that came from MD Square that call me directly and buy ProArch9 Plus from me.
Wow. Yeah, we'll have to talk. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm not sure who's got, maybe it's Bob, I'm not sure if it's yours, but someone's got their mic on and so we're picking up your background noise. If you could just mute yourself, that would be great. So let's move on. I've got two pictures here that I chose purposely. One is an African-American family, or I should say Black American family. One is a Hispanic family. Both of them look extremely happy. That's the ideal situation we would want for the Hispanic community, the Black community, the white Caucasian community, every ethnic community. We would love to have them look exactly like you're seeing in these two pictures. But as Bob's going to talk about, is this the happy financial reality for most American families? Or would an extra $300 to $500 per month make a difference in their life? So Bob, why don't you take us through the financial trends that are here in America and why Synergy Worldwide as a business opportunity would make sense?
Yeah, thank you, Dan. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much. I wanted to note too, as we were looking at the graph with Judy a moment ago, that those were billions of US dollars, those figures. That's $999 billion that you're looking at there under the holistic skincare line. $999 billion industry. That's just phenomenal. But I wanted to talk about this morning about just a bit of a reality check. I have a close friend in Montana who once said to me, "You take care of the pennies today, and they'll take care of you tomorrow." It was good counsel. I paid attention to that through the years, but you know, you stop and think about how many of us live from paycheck to paycheck, and it's really surprising. There's an estimated 38 million households in the United States that live hand to mouth. They spend every single penny of their paycheck, every penny. 20% of those folks, by the way, make over $100,000 a year. It's hard for me to comprehend how you can make over 100 grand a year and still live just paycheck to paycheck. But it's a stark reality. One of my sons and his wife were back in Boston. They were making $110,000 a year and could barely survive. Cost of living, children, etc. I remember thinking to myself, that's just almost impossible, but it's the truth. But 30% of Americans have less than $1,000 in all their bank accounts at any given time. These are real numbers. I have a cousin who lives close to me here, and on occasion will call me up and say, "Bob, can we borrow 20 bucks? We're out of money until next Thursday," or whatever the case may be. And of course, I always help them out. But I've looked at Bonnie before and said how grateful I am that the days of being short 20 bucks are gone, because we did plan appropriately. 32 million American people face the possibility of bankruptcy this year. That is just amazing. 40% of Americans will spend 110% of their income this year. And these are stark reality numbers, you guys. This is what we face in America today. You know, we're not saving for emergencies. It's as you see here on the screen, saving for emergencies. We read having an emergency cash buffer in place is a must if you want to safeguard yourself against potential financial disaster. Well, finance experts vary in their estimates of how much you need to save. They all agree that having a cushion is a necessity. Based on the numbers, however, it seems that far too many Americans don't have adequate protection, and we see that. How many Americans have zero savings? You know, the number of Americans who have no cash in the bank to fall back on is staggering. Approximately 26% of adults have no savings set aside for emergency, while another 36% have yet to start stocking away money for retirement. You know, a lot of us got hit pretty hard in 2008 when the subprime mortgage industry collapsed. In 2008, it took a lot of us by surprise. You know, I had been really careful up to that point to make sure that I was saving properly, that I had invested in good, strong mutual funds. I had some properties that I owned and I'd worked hard. My wife didn't work. She didn't have a job outside of our home. She worked really hard. We had 5 children, and Bonnie was a stay-at-home mother through those years. And I worked hard, and we were very careful. But in 2008, I lost 60% of my mutual funds, and the properties that I owned and had worked so hard to get lost their value. I had one property in California. It was worth $530,000. And by the end of 2008, it was worth about $90,000. Yeah, that's tragic, and it's not something that you can plan for. However, things, you know, have turned around. The mutual funds are back up strong again, and the property values went up again. But those are some of the stark realities that we have to face in life. But I wanted to talk for a little bit about how important it is as well to have some emergency savings. I think we all understand the necessity. Almost half of Americans would not be able to cover an unexpected expense of $500 or less. You know, we had a commercial on the radio up here about they wanted to go on a vacation, but they couldn't because the refrigerator broke, or they couldn't go on vacation because their hot water tank went out or something. And the bottom line being that they simply didn't have enough money set aside for those kinds of emergencies. Almost a quarter of Americans would not be able to cover even a $100 problem. An estimated 22.9 and 22.7% of men and women don't have at least $100 in their emergency fund. That's a frightening, stark reality. And Americans are concerned about their financial future. There are no cheat codes in retirement planning, and all of us need to prepare for that kind of thing. A lot of us are baby boomers on this call today, and being prepared for retirement is a top financial concern for Americans. It's estimated that 59% say that running out of money is their number one fear. Are you in that place? Are we in that place? That, you know, there are always taxes, even once you've got your home paid for and no particular debts, I don't even have a car payment, but there are always taxes. We've got to look at every month you've got to set enough money aside to cover your taxes. You know, you can't get away without paying taxes. So it's always a concern, is being prepared. You know, when we were kids, you know, some of our dads had jobs that lasted their entire life, their entire career. And Bonnie's dad, for example, worked his whole life as a Teamster in the union, and retired with a nice Teamster retirement. And he's 86 years old. He's really taken advantage of that retirement. But that's not the case for most of us. A lot of folks are concerned that they're never going to be able to retire. For many seniors, 7%, well, this was in 2013 and it's higher now, but 7% of employees said they plan to stay on the job indefinitely. They just simply they will not have enough income during those retirement years to even survive. You look around yourself, look at the grocery store clerks and bus drivers and custodians. You know, that's just a stark reality that people are facing. I get calls, I've gotten calls, well, I don't even know how many times the local school district has called me and asked me if I would come and help them out and be a school bus driver. They just simply can't get enough school bus drivers. And I've kicked it around a little bit. I mean, I'm in a position where I could do that now. I don't need to. And so I don't want to break up my day by doing an early morning or late afternoon school bus route. But, you know, that possibility is there, but I sure don't want to have to do that. But Americans are simply not saving. 40% of Americans admit to having not saved anything at all for retirement. Over half of the people in our country today didn't save 1 red cent last year. 95% of baby boomers, people my age, don't have enough money for retirement. 35% of baby boomers will depend on Social Security alone. That's frightening. I have an uncle in Lewiston, Idaho, passed away here a few years ago. He had been a very successful builder, but when he died, he didn't have a red cent, not 1 penny left. He'd spent all the money he had. He lived in a trailer house when he died, left his wife without any life insurance or anything. It was just a tragedy. Just breaks my heart even to think about it. It's estimated that the average family is 1 family crisis away from bankruptcy, or maybe even 2 paychecks away from bankruptcy. That's a remarkable thing to think about. 52% of Americans find it difficult to even pay the bills every month. More than half the people in our country can't even pay the bills from month to month. The median household income has dropped by $5,000 annually since '99. That's like $417 per month today. Now you stop and think about the value of a network marketing business that can bring in an extra $300 to $500 a month or more, and the remarkable value of that. 52% of American families make less than $30,000 a year. 49% of American families are on some sort of subsidy. In '07, there were some 27 million people on food stamps. Today, that number has climbed by 14 million, 41 million people on food stamps. And by the way, a couple of years ago, that number was clear up to 46 million people. Some have come off in the last couple of years, but 14% of our nation is on food stamps. The U.S. Census Bureau states that more than 146 million Americans are either poor or low income. 57% of American children live in homes that are either poor or low income. That's a 32% increase since '07. Student loan debt, average $24,000, and believe me, it's much higher than that in many instances. My daughter, Jess, finished up her master's degree. Her husband finished his PhD, and between the two of them, they're about $150,000 in debt, student loans. I don't know if they're going to live long enough to pay those things off. Graduate students, our starting salaries have been in a steady decline since 2001. We're looking, truly, at the first generation of Americans who will make less money than their parents. It's a staggering statistical group, and I hope everyone's paying attention, because with a network marketing company like Synergy Worldwide, a home-based business, as simple as this is, as inexpensive as it is to get involved, you can alleviate a lot of these things. It's amazing. I think I read a statistic not long ago that $200 a month could keep a lot of people out of bankruptcy. It's that close for so many people. So anyway, Dan, that's what I've got. Thank you.
Hey, Bob, thanks for providing that, because although it's kind of pessimistic in terms of looking at what the financial situation is here in America with regards to American families, at the same time, it provides a huge opportunity. Because when I asked that question up here at the beginning, you know, I had seen your information prior to you providing it for us this morning. That $300 to $500 per month makes an absolute difference for over 90% of the people that you highlighted in this information that you provided for us today. And it's not about network marketing, painting the picture of a big house and fancy car and lifestyle on a boat and all that other stuff. People don't look at that. They feel like you're trying to scam them, you know, because a lot of people have tried network marketing, you know, and I didn't end up with that big home. I didn't end up with that nice lifestyle. I didn't end up with the boat and all that things that you were promising me. But instead, if we could show people that they can have a real business that would help them create an extra $300 to $500 per month. Now, multiply that by 12, That's $36,000 to $6,000 of net profit that's coming into that family. That would address almost everything that you talked about here. And then if you go down to this one down here where you said that you said that 52% of American families make $30,000 or less per year. Now that is gross revenue into that family. If you go back to our webinar, you can go onto our YouTube channel. You can pull up the webinar about how to make cash flow for your microbiome marketing strategy. And if you look at that webinar, that recording, and you build a business that you've got 100 monthly clients, or I should say 100 monthly orders per month, that would create over $30,000 in not gross revenue, net profit. Just by building a business on going back up to this one trend that Judy showed, what is the healthy eating, nutrition, and weight loss trend? That is a $648 billion industry that our microbiome marketing strategy would fit into, that you could start them on the Purify Kit and then move them into the Biome Protect Kit or the monthly Protect Kit that we've talked about, and build a client base that you have 100 orders on a monthly basis. You would create for yourself a $30,000 net profit, not gross, but net profit. You just doubled that family's income as well as solved almost all the financial issues that they're looking at. So when we talk about health trends and financial trends, health trends show that there's a positive movement towards what we have. Financial trends show that there's an absolute need for what we have to offer people. Your job is to position that information effectively in front of people so that they can see that this is a viable business opportunity for them. I go down to Dan Higginson's vision statement. You can find this on Synergy's website. I pulled Dan's picture from the Synergy website. I pulled the statement from the Synergy website. What wasn't pulled is I underlined certain things. So let me just read his statement. Synergy is your gateway to personal freedom and financial independence. By taking full advantage of this opportunity, you'll find that amazing things will happen to you and your family. We challenge you to investigate all that Synergy Worldwide has to offer and ask you to make the commitment today to leave a legacy and change your life by joining a company on the rise. So I underline personal freedom because that speaks to me. I mean, for the most of my life, have been my own business. I've been a business owner as opposed to employee. I've been on both sides of the equation, and I can tell you I much prefer to be on the business owner side of the equation than the employee side of the equation because of the personal freedom that allows me. Financial independence. I have the ability to say that works in my life. It gives me the opportunity. Synergy Worldwide is one income stream into my living because I love working with Synergy Worldwide. I love these products. I love our mission statement, which is blessing lives with better health as we build a vibrant network marketing business in Synergy Worldwide. I've made that commitment to doing that. And that commitment is today, tomorrow, the next day, because I want to leave a legacy. All those things resonate with me. So when you look at Dan Higginson's statement, underline the things that resonate with you. They might be different than the ones that resonate with me. But make the commitment to build your Synergy business. Just like Dan Higginson made a commitment to us to make sure that Synergy Worldwide would provide us a financial opportunity to bless our lives and our family, as well as made a commitment to the best nutritional products in the marketplace. Because of that commitment that he made to us, just looking at where they started and where they are now going into from a building standpoint shows you that his commitment to us realized blessings financially to Synergy Worldwide, which could not have happened unless we're blessing people's lives with better health. So you see the building that they started out with in 2001, and you see the building that they're moving into in 2018. That's a 17-year gap. And in between, I didn't bother to take and look at the different buildings that they moved from that building to the next building to the next building to now this building. But every time that they've moved to a larger footprint. because they are serving more distributors who are serving more people. And what I love about Synergy's compensation plan, it is designed to be both a customer-oriented plan as well as a traditional network marketing plan, so we'll never get in problem with the government and the FTC. That allows them to continue to market and build. And part of the equation, Synergy Worldwide and Nature Sunshine Products made the commitment to hire Dr. Matthew Tripaway from his previous company to become the Chief Science Officer at Nature Sunshine Products to oversee the research and development of new products for Synergy Worldwide. And they created this huge Center for Research and Innovation. Currently, it's about a 5,000 square foot footprint. It's moving into the new building, this building that you see up here, and their footprint, I think, is 6,500 square feet. So they're actually going to have a larger footprint of the Hughes Center for Research and Innovation to do exactly what they're designed to do: create products that are either patented or patent pending with clinical studies that equip us as distributors with the best nutritional supplements in North America. And they equip us with the ability, because they are clinical studies to those products, to make certain statements that we would not have been allowed to make except with those clinical studies, which also allows us to separate our products from the rest of the industry and protect us from other industries, other companies copying those products and then bringing those copies to the marketplace. So being patented or patent pending is huge. And we have a lot to thank for the vision of Nature Sunshine Products and Synergy Worldwide, and to hire Dr. Matthew Tripp, Clinton Dahlberg, his right-hand person, and be able to bring in, if you go onto the Synergy website, you'll see the people who are part of the Scientific Advisory Board, and that's just a small sampling of the people who are involved in the Hughes Center for Research and Innovation and Nature Sunshine Products, all committed to giving us as distributors the best nutritional supplements in North America, which also then tells us that we have the best nutritional supplements around the world. Now, we're focused here on North America because there's a huge opportunity for us in North America to leverage what Judy shared with us, the nutritional trends, what Bob shared with us, the financial trends, what Synergy gives to us in their commitment. And that comes back to Deb Durfee and what she's been doing as the general manager for North America. I loved Shane. I really liked Shane. But Shane's not with Synergy anymore. Deb Durfee's with Synergy. And what I love about Deb is Deb grew up through the Synergy ranks. She was a customer service person. And because of her skills, she then became the person who oversaw customer service. And because of her skills and Synergy's commitment to North America and wanting to find a way to better serve our customers and our distributors, she became general manager for North America. So what Synergy Worldwide, in how Deb has moved up through the ranks, demonstrates a couple things to us as distributors. One is company stability. Deb would never have been able to move up those ranks if Synergy Worldwide as a company wasn't a stable company and a growing company, which brings the growth opportunity. Because Synergy Worldwide has continued to grow and expand, that then became an opportunity for Deb, just like it's an opportunity for us to be able to leverage that company's stability and corporate growth and support to be able to harness that, so that when we talk to distributors of other companies, that maybe their company's not doing so well, or are you making $300 to $500 in your corporate plan, your company plan? Well, if you're not, you need to take a look at Synergy Worldwide. Here's where we were, here's where we've grown to, this is where we're going to go to. Their compensation plan gives us 7 streams of income. But key to that compensation plan is I can help you understand how to create cash flow for your business through elite rebates. And I can show you how to create significant residual income by learning how to leverage our Mega Match component of Synergy's compensation plan, where in the Mega Match, you get a dollar-for-dollar match on the basic commissions of everyone that you have personally sponsored. And the neat thing about Synergy's compensation plan is if you personally sponsored them and placed them in your organization, you never have to worry about them breaking away from you. And there is no cap to the depth of how big you can grow your Synergy organization. Every person that you sponsor, you have a vested interest in helping them be successful, helping them learn through our marketing strategies and how to leverage the health trends in America and utilize our Synergy products for them to create their customer base, and then through elite rebates, create their cash flow, $300 to $500 or more in monthly income coming just from their customers. And then as they build that business story, a stable home-based business with a company that is continuing to grow with excellent corporate support and a vision for what they want to accomplish in North America, you can then take that business story and leverage it and help other people understand how they can have their own home-based business in the area of health, nutritional supplementation, to be able to harness our mission statement, blessing lives with better health, as we build a vibrant network marketing business so that those individuals can create their own $300 to $500 of cash flow for their Synergy business because of their customer base, which then creates volume underneath you. And then that volume brings other compensation components into that distributor's life. And one of them is basic commissions, and you get the mega match dollar for dollar, their basic commission because you sponsored them. It's a team process. And so North America is prime for growth with Synergy worldwide. The only thing that limits that growth is us and sharing the vision of what Synergy worldwide can do for individuals that you're talking to. Whether they're interested in the business or not, everyone has most likely an interest in one of the components that Judy talked about from the health trends. And then for those that are interested in a business opportunity, build your business story so that you can share with them, hey, this is what it's done for me. Here's the marketing strategies. I can show you how to implement those marketing strategies to help you grow your customer base, to create your cash flow, to be able to help support your family in the visions and dreams that you have for where you want to be financially in the future. And I'll do it in the process of helping people improve their health. That's what we have with Synergy Worldwide. So Judy, Bob, do you have anything that you would like to add to what we shared this morning? And then we'll open up for any kind of questions.
Yeah, this is Bob. I don't have anything to add, I don't think. I think we've covered it really well. It's it's a great opportunity. I've commented before, maybe not with this group of people, but several years ago, one of my sons, James, asked me how much money I'd made in my Synergy business that particular month. And although really it's not any of his business, but bless his heart. This was a long time ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And I remember I said to him, I think I made about $350 or something like that last month. And the phone got really quiet. And he said very quietly, boy, could I ever use an extra $350 this month? And boy, that was just a reality check. That it's life-changing. Those small numbers are life-changing.
They are. Yeah. We just have to help show people how they can go to work, because it doesn't happen without work. Judy, do you have anything that you would like to share before we open this up for any comments or questions?
Only thing that I would like to mention is just to remind everyone as they're going about their business and having those personal conversations with everyone, find out what their beliefs are in the medical profession and what they're doing around that. I have those conversations every day with people I meet, and it's staggering for me to hear the shift into natural health. And I'm just so glad that I am in a business where I can benefit from that shift in the market. And everybody else should be too.
Great, thank you. So do we have any questions or comments from those that are on this morning's call? If you do, you'll have to unmute yourself. I don't want to unmute everyone because I'll pick up everyone's background noises.
Hi, Dan. It's Donald.
Yes, Donald.
I'm overwhelmed with Bob's statistics. I mean, what a presentation! If I might pick anything out of the presentation, I mean, this is one of the absolute best presentations we've had, and it's an eye opener. The entire presentation, and I'm grateful for you all putting it together so succinctly. This is beautiful.
You're welcome. And you know, the nice thing about this is these are statistics for the United States. Well, you can take these same percentages and most likely take them to the area that you live in and begin to apply in the area that you live in. Now, some of us, like Judy and I, we live in the Chicagoland area with a couple million people. Donald, you live in Brooklyn, which has a larger population base than what Chicago does. And that's just in Brooklyn.
Sure.
But that doesn't look at the whole New York area that you live in, Queens and all the other boroughs that are there. So we have a huge opportunity, no matter where we live, to be able to help people from both Judy talking about the health trends that are there, as well as what you've talked about, Donald, in terms of the impact that Bob's presentation made on the financial trends that are out there. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else have anything that you would like to share before we say goodbye?
This is Tracy. I really like the information that Judy brought to the table. That is huge. And there's like so much work for us to do.
Yeah.
And it's very overwhelming, but then it also lets us know that we are in the right business at the right time because we do have the best.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, while you were talking, Tracy, I added up 99 billion, 648 billion, and 534 billion, and that's 2.1, almost 2.2 trillion dollars in those three areas. And those three areas address the three marketing strategies that we have in our 1010 Club.
Well,
People,
and
go ahead.
it's just mind-boggling what people will pay for. My daughter works for they call her the glam nurse. She does Botox and the Kybella, that's the double chin, and it's $2,500 to have Kybella done, and they recommend having it done a series of twice or 3 times for the best results. And there's no guarantee, and you can have so many side effects because you don't know what's in your Botox. And as they were setting up her clinic, they had problems with their refrigerators and the breakers in the office, and they were like really afraid because if that Botox reaches a certain heated temperature, it's no good. So it's like it just like, and I'm one of those that I'm going to have a side effect of a medication. So why do I want to put Botox when I can put something like Trulum on my face and get results in 4 days? So it's just like amazing.
And for a fraction of the price.
For the fraction of the price. And these are the people that are still telling me that our skincare is too expensive. And I'm like, okay, you guys are a little, and that's the thing. People will put their money where they want. They'll find the money for Botox, but they don't look at it as, doing the best, product on their face and getting a better result.
So what I know that the chin thing is $2,500. What would be a Botox injection? Do you know what the price of that would be?
So basically, it is $100 per syringe.
Okay.
And they can use anywhere from 5 to 8, maybe 10. Depends on what they're going after, what the look is going after.
Okay. So here's I'm going to give you my suggestion when people tell you that it's too expensive.
Okay.
So Tracy, here's your choice. It's $225 for the 7 products in the Trulum product line. And if you went to use Botox, you'd most likely be spending somewhere between $200 to $500 for your Botox.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
If the Trulum product doesn't work for you and you don't get the kind of results that you're looking for, you can send it back and get all your money back. If the Botox doesn't work for you, not only will you not get your money back, but you're also going to suffer the consequences of that Botox having an adverse reaction. So which would you prefer? $225 on something that is 100% money back guarantee that will make a significant difference in how your face looks and the youthfulness that you're going to find from that product, or taking a risk on Botox? Which would you prefer?
I'm going for Trulum.
Great. Let's get a Trulum product and let's put it to the test for you. And if in 60 days you're not happy with what's happened, the beauty of it is we've got a 120-day money-back guarantee on that product line.
Exactly.
And to me, that's how I would position. I would, I'm a little bit more upfront with people on that, but do it in a way that, again, paints the financial cost between the two, paints the risks of one, both in not getting your money back and what it can do if it doesn't work, or what it can cause if it doesn't work. And then you've got a 120-day money back guarantee on the other.
Yeah. Thank you. I like that. I just didn't know how to phrase it, but that's exactly what I needed.
Well, this has been recorded, so once it goes up on Tuesday, you can always go to the end of the recording and write it down.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have anything that you would like to comment on or share before we say goodbye? All right. Well, I want to thank Judy. I want to thank Bob. I want to thank Donald and Tracy for your comments. Hopefully this was useful to you. If you feel it was, and you've got people in your organization that were not on this morning, then share it with people. This video or this webinar has been recorded, and it will go up on Tuesday on our both go out in the newsletter as well be up on our YouTube channel for our Synergy family. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday. Take care.